Either way, let's depart. Bond conversation. Oh, yeah. Almost forgot. Well, I think we're going to be starting this. But this has to be another episode. Has to be. So, Corin. Absolutely. Like I said, I liked... Corin's, I think, was really the first one to do this. So that makes sense. Let's talk, Corin.
Do you ever start second-guessing yourself after making an important decision?
I wonder.
There's one choice I always reflect on. Every option would have hurt those I cared for.
The big one, your map?
But I don't regret it. I chose what I did for the sake of the people I trusted the most.
Again, there's a lot I'm still waiting to say about Corin's game. Camilla. Which will probably be, at this rate, Sorry. If what I'm thinking is true and Tiki's first, and then we can choose every other emblem, at this rate, I gotta go with Camilla second.
Thanks. Thinking about who I trust is a good signpost for any tough calls I have to make.
Alright, but level 20, deep synergy. So how's my ring look now? Oh. Really? Wait a minute. No. No, say it ain't so.
Oh no! I got our B rank.
Fine. So yeah, I think that's the only bond we had, but we need to do something else. But yeah, how's my ring? Magic +4, resistance +3, 15 HP. Yeah, those aren't great stats for moi. But then again, it's to be expected. I do think, like I said, if we don't get Veil, Seedall's a good person. Well, I don't know, because what really made our strategy possible is that I had Corin. I kind of feel like I don't want... Because Corin's a utility emblem, right? And honestly, I think I would want our utility to be on someone else. Go to my room. First, we need to check. Yeah, you were currently at level 10.
Lady Erica, yes!
Magic, dexterity, luck. It's still better than magic, HP, and resistance, I think. I mean, it makes it to where I won't die. Well, you know, more so, but... I want some actual fighting prowess. And that's another thing. But Dragon Vein, like, no other... If I give this to somebody else, they would need to be able to... I'll lose a lot of utility. Well, that's not something we have to consider, I think, right now. I plan to keep Corin until I got Marth back, and I think that's probably a solid choice in general, considering I think Marth will be the last emblem we get. Now allow me to use Corin on a lot of other situations until I know better what I want to do. But, real quick, your other skills. Strong Bond, Lance Agility, Lunar Brace Plus, which I saw, Dodge 25, your legendary sword, Lance Agility, Gentility Plus, and Deep Synergy. Yeah, that's nice. But honestly, Erica's one I think I have to have. If I'm talking about DLC, or if the DLC emblems end up being really strong. Lynn has range. I'm never getting rid of Lucina, like, just not gonna happen. But level ups. Violet, I think I need to say nothing more. Dancing alone, plus Lysithia's staff. Really Lawrence's, but you know. I could not saying anything. And then Corin utility. Erica functions mainly as damage dealer and some defense. I mean, some nice skills that can definitely help turn the tide. But if we can only bring out a certain amount of units, and I, again, have to start choosing emblems, then things will be different. Plus, your best matchup seems to be a cavalry sword user. Oh, for now, can rest.
Oh no, I got here early.
Oh, is that?
I'll craft something while I wait.
It is who I had in mind.
Let's connect these bits of wood. Set the stone. Hammer it in. Dab of paint.
What did you make?
Morning. I
Morning.
made you an alarm clock, Divine One.
You what?
Set a time, and it'll explode into bits of...
It'll what?
Huh? You don't want it?
Okay. All right. All right. Yeah, I'm not holding back anymore. Change class. Let's get you proper lapis. Swordsmaster. Huh. Not bad, though I do miss your old fit. But that's not where I want you to stay. Dang it, could have actually used that second seal. But like I said, we can use the DLC, meaning all that money that I have stored up is about to become useful. Talk to me. Second seal.
I thank you. Do come again.
A little bit of a pretty penny, but we can afford it. Let's see. There they are. You could be a paladin. It would give you pivot. Your strength goes up, your magic goes up, dexterity, your speed goes down, defense goes up, luck goes down. You would still be at an S rank with swords, your movement goes up, your build goes up. But your avoidance and dodge go down. Well, see, my thing is this. That could become... What's your defense? It goes up to 10. What's Alfred? Because, truth be told, Alfred's not a bad choice. Whoa, I mean, Alfred is Alfred, yes. But if I want somebody to use Erica, and I'm gonna be bringing Alfred out in the future, he would not be a bad person, though. Again, the thing is, I don't really... Like, we're about to fight the DLC. You're currently 81. Lapis is 84. That's with the steel sword. I can wait down. Oh, yours too. Okay, so Lapis already has more stats. If we made you into a paladin, your stats go up. Your speed would be 16. Again, though, that's with the... Well, yeah, it's with the build, but... Alfred... Your speed's 7. It's no competition. Furthermore, what's share spoils? Really? Hit and avoidance plus 10. Is that to you or to the... Well, I guess we'll find out. I do like that look on you, but I don't have a paladin. Cause I'm gonna be honest, I ain't using the Ember, bro. Wait. I was about to say, is he already a paladin? No, he's not. But I like, they both have well, similar style, I guess, but it is Brodia. There is Bonet, who can use swords. But no, he's a great knight, though. Which actually wouldn't be so bad either. And then I may end up keeping Mary, who knows. Well, right now we need somebody with Erica's sword. Oh, I can deal with that later. I got some decisions to make. I guess let's few housekeeping things. What are my achievements at right now? Oh my word. Claim all? Oh, if there's any doubt I'm ready for the DLC. Let's do some emblem stuff real quick. Tamara, get to know Corin.
I'm Tamara, the future queen, and here I come!
My name is Corin, ready to fight.
Well, how will this go? Oh, what the? Wow, I didn't expect that.
This loss pains me.
This
Well.
calls for a victory song!
Well, see, that's the thing. I just saw someone.
Corin, I just want to thank you. I feel so lucky that my country was entrusted with your ring.
Wait, don't tell me you had a. No, you did. If you had a line, it would have came up. Corin fought you. Still, that is true.
I feel lucky as well, Tamara. After all, it was you who came to get me. Now, let's win this war.
Well, that's a nice. I didn't expect that. You know, I kind of was thinking too. It may end up being beneficial to give Ike away just for. Well, because again, what I was trying to say was Tamara. Someone was saying how Tamara's a mid unit, and again, maybe if you just look at stats, that may be true, like max stats. But Sandstorm, it's Sandstorm that keeps making that difference in how much it's activating. Which did make me consider doing something else, and I may do that. But for now, let's keep going.
This calls for a victory song!
Oh, you won again? I know I could skip.
Do you like to sing? Because there's nothing I love more. And I adore singing with others too.
Actually, that's a good question. Azura liked to.
I do. Songs were important in my world.
Yeah.
They could be far more powerful than words alone.
I guess you could say that. I like their conversations. I didn't think that would... Dragonic aura. Oh, yo, there's actually a lot of... Like, Corin has some good abilities. Just not attack-wise, but again, utility-wise. But what I want is at level 13.
This calls for a victory song!
You won again. Okay. Strong bond, sword focus, pair up. How much is that? Dragonic Hex is 2,000 and pair up is 2,000. Yeesh. But it makes sense. That's a powerful combination. Think about it. If I put you in the middle of the field and you had this, each foe's combat goes down by 4. And if it's this, well, your biggest weakness is taken care of. I can literally drop you anywhere. Well, that's for later. I may regret it, but I think I just wanna... Dang it. See, the problem is I really want Celica and Roy back for some other skills that would be very useful. But we do have our emblems. Let's actually leave and come here. Skirmish on the world map. Interesting. So, yeah, I think... not zoom out. Free camera. Does it really give me access to all these others? And this has to be Tiki. Duration about 20 turns. That's all you say. No level requirement. Okay. So here's the problem. You're the problem. Let's go back to the, let's see if I can see how bad it might be. Good, they already spawned in the skirmishes. So advanced class level 8. Level 8. Yeah, so these are level 8. I'm not sure if these enemies are going to be level 8. Because again, like, this says 13, but I leveled up when I was level 12. So 8 might be around my skill level. Alchris might be a bit stronger, and dang, I really need to level up. I think Etier's at a similar level as me. Anna might be at 11. Seedon's just at, like, that's a 20, a natural 20. Which we really also should work on getting his level up to 25. Then that's a huge buff. Louis level 7, and that's not a natural 7, I think. He was the closest, I think, before we leveled up. But my point being, Infogado, I think, is probably around that level too. But a lot of my units are not at, well, probably level 8 is where we're at. Not Tamara. Tamara, I think, is maybe at like level 14. If they don't scale to our party average and instead scale to my strongest unit, we're in trouble. We're massively in trouble. Now, granted, I knew that was a possibility. This is far, far from my first Fire Emblem game, and I normally play games on Matning when I can. So it's not to say this is impossible, but it might be the point where my success comes to bite us. I don't know. Now, with that in mind, what I would normally do is I would try to grind, like, I don't need Tamara. I can give Ike to someone else, like Louis, Jade, or Panette. Bring them out on the field and have them function as Tamara's role, get my team sort of up to par. I also just think it'd be a fun little challenge. Oh, and let's not even talk about how this is level 3. Yeah, my whole team is past that. That's for sure. When we come back to the story, it's going to be cake, which is another reason why I kind of thought we should wait. Because I think the DLCs are going to be the hardest maps in the game. Well, I'll do a poll, but the main thing I think is we gotta watch our levels. Anna's the only one that's even close to Tamara, and that's because I specifically grinded Anna because I used the wrong seal. Alright, well, I think that does it for now. I've got some thinking to do and some planning. And perhaps a poll to ask. But I think I've got all the relevant information, so I will meet you all back. Alright, I'm back, and after doing the calculations, I have determined we're gonna just stay here. I don't need another map because the amount of power I've been holding on to should be able to make up the difference. Let's first start with... Alright, let's go here first. There's a feature I've been holding off on using for a good minute until this moment. Augment weapons. As you can see, we're able to augment emblem weapons. One such being Ragniel. Currently, it still brings down Tamara's speed because of its weight. However, I can add a slight speed augment and augmented Ike's Ragniel to speed level 2. But that's not all. Why don't we add some dexterity on there as well? Since we're going to be using Sandstorm, that'll be useful. And that's only 2 of 5, but we're not done. Falchion could use a little bit of strength, maybe? Let's go for that. Level 1. Now +2 whenever it's being used. That's my first change, but now let's go to the arena. Because we need to inherit some skills. First off, just the normal thing. Anna was able to qualify for luck 10. Let's inherit that. Next, Fagato. I've been waiting to use some of his DLC skills. He should be able to regain strength and dexterity +2. And that was just natural. Lock that in. And there we go. Nice little 20 and 29. That already makes a pretty huge difference. But we're not quite done. You may remember there's a certain skill of Corin's that I want Tamara to have. But 2,000's a pretty big cost. Except now you get to see. Look at all the books I've been holding on to. I didn't know what was DLC and what wasn't. But now, we should be able to get there with 1,000. Wait, what? Why did my experience... Wait. Did I do something wrong? No, it works as... Why did it look like experience? Wait a minute, okay. So 3 more should do it. Oh no, the SP is at the bottom. The experience wasn't actually going up. But there we go. The ultimate combination of Ike and Corin. This skill pretty much makes Tamara invincible. Pair up. Swap that for axe power. And there we go. There we go. There is no longer any strength in numbers. That alone makes me extremely... With this, I'm going to proclaim this right now. Tamara's not dying in any maps, not a single time during this entire game. If she does, playthrough's over.
Excuse me, what?
No one can convince me otherwise. Playthrough's over. Because that means I had to have made a horrible mistake. Now then, everyone else, though, is the problem still. Which is why we're not done. Etienne, you need to talk to somebody. But for that to happen, we're gonna have to grind some levels out. I need you to talk to Claude.
Etienne here, busting in once again.
I'm Claude. Take it easy on me, maybe?
Ooh, sheesh.
What the? I really thought I had you.
That's okay. You get your level 15, strong bond, weapon sync, strength dexterity, bow proficiency, bow guard, failed not. But one more time. We got the points.
I really thought I had you.
All for a good cause.
You're in such magnificent shape.
Huh.
Got any workout secrets you can share?
For Claude? That's interesting to point out.
You remind me of an old friend of mine. He was always refining his workout routine.
Raph?
I remember him getting really excited after a chat with Dimitri.
It's got, because I was about to say Dimitri would count, but nah, it has to be Raph. I think they had a support, didn't they?
Let's see. As a child, I was forced to train by running through the mountains all night in heavy armor.
Yo, Gilbert, what kind of training is that?
You had to run all night in heavy armor? That sounds tough. What else did you do? Aside from that, I trained by lifting large boulders or carrying multiple barrels filled with rocks.
Yeah, Dimitri, I think there's something to that, man.
Got it. I'm gonna give that a try right now.
Dimitri? Excellent. Okay, I need to talk to him right away. Can you call him here, please?
Nah, Etienne, what the heck is that? What the heck is that? That's how you end it? But nah, Dimitri actually would be a good person for you to talk to. But Weapon Sync, that's an ability that I've been overlooking, and can honestly, it's stronger than the strength I was gonna get from Roy. To remind you what that skill does. If unit initiates combat using the same weapon type as a synced emblem, grants attack +7. If engaged, grants attack +7 regardless of the weapon type. Which honestly wasn't what I was gonna give Etienne. I was gonna give Etienne this as well. Because more dexterity for you would be very good. But someone like Alchrist or Anna, Saline, there are several units who can take advantage of that skill. But what that will mean is I need to talk to somebody else. Well, we'll consider if I'm gonna do that. Let's keep it moving though. Now that Etienne has that bond at max rank, there's something else we can use. That's DLC. Now Etienne already has a signature weapon, but I can't help but notice this Brave Axe. With Brave weapons, typically I don't try to have them go twice, meaning a certain someone who's good at axes can power it up with little detriment. Only brings up the weight by 1, but honestly, if Etienne even gets close to that amount of build, then we're in business already. But increases the might of it, the hit of it, the crit, and avoidance when using it. It's a match made in heaven. Edelgard will give her buff to the Brave Axe. Excellent. But there's something else, actually multiple things. I've also been holding back on refining anything. We're gonna change that. I was worried about my levels, but a little buff to my sword if you look at it. Compared to some of the other weapons, only 10 steel and 3 silver, 400 gold, and 220 iron, and it really increases the amount of damage my sword can do. We're doing that. Because my sword also still has Mars buff on it. Another thing to point out is, well, honestly, I had considered giving Ike's buff to an L Thunder. These can only move once, Ike's buff, right? They can only move once, but that doesn't mean, because normally when I use it, sometimes they're in a battle like Saline or Anna. They can still be outsped, I believe. So I am rather going to hold off on Ike's. I think I would rather have an armor unit use him. And I think when I get a silver Great Lance, that would be a good thing to do. But silver daggers. Honestly, I was tempted to replace Marin, but I decided against it. So if I don't, take a look at how much this silver dagger is. Increases hit by a lot. Oh, by 10, but that can be pretty significant. Might, less weight. That's a pretty solid weapon. Though we could also increase Martomes, like Elfire, for example. Wait a minute. Is that? No. hit less, more weight.
I'll be here.
But it has to be. It's got to be Bolganum. That would give Saline access to the top fire tone, but her build is not. It's not max, but. Well, okay. On that note, let's store the refining for now because I need to do something else. I've been holding off on a lot of my bonus items. Let's change that right now. First, Spirit Dust. You've been needing that magic, Saline. Now you're at 26. What's Anna? 31. Doesn't make up completely for, although... No, that's your raw stat. Yeah, we gotta work on that. But next, Alchrist. You can use some strength, so why don't you take this energy drop? Fogato, you too, even though you just got some extra strength from a skill, use this. As far as dexterity goes, well, Sandstorm triggers with dexterity. Tamara, go ahead and get a little bit of extra dex. And while we're at it, take a talisman. I don't want you to be taken out by a mage, and if anybody can be beneficial or you being able to get to people will be incredibly useful. Get your movement up. As far as speed, I'm gonna give that to Saline because she's really been needing it, I think. Luck? Well, I mean, there's only one person that I think really uses luck. Anna, this is all you. And we can do one more talisman. And I think I'll give that to Saline, since Anna's resistance is already really good. Now then, I'll hold off on the others still, because I need to confirm or deny something in the maps we have coming up. But does that give people an idea on just how much I've been holding back? Now, we do have some levels, and I think it would be beneficial if we got someone up. Honestly, I'm thinking Marin. And for that, Marin is actually someone who could use weapon sync. At least if I'm going to have her be Erica's. But then again, there could be other skills. So that's kind of why I want to wait. Because if Emblem Edelgard's anything to go by, we might get some other great stuff. So instead, what I'm going to do, I want a strong dagger. Whether it's Marin or Yunaka, it will be used eventually. Because one way or another, Yunaka will be back amongst the emblem users. And if I have to switch this dagger around, I will. But for now, I think that is a worthwhile investment. Look at the difference. 18. That's almost a legendary weapon, especially if I had something else. We currently also are not using Byleft's buff. Hit 130, crit 10, dodge 30, avoidance 10. I think let's go ahead and do that.
I'll be here.
And there, look at that. Look at that thing. 35. 35. There's really no point using this or anything else. Well, actually, you do need... Where's your silver sword? Yeah, there we go. There's really no need for you to use a different dagger, but we'll get many other emblems that'll have a lot of other different buffs. But the point is, even with Byleft bringing this thing's build or weight up, your build is enough to handle it. So that's perfect. All right. Now, Marin, let's see how you do in battle with this thing.
I am Marin. I seek a worthy opponent.
It's the second princess.
Oh, you should have this.
Hortensia! What?
Really?
Really?
I mean, you
superb
did.
Sparring match. Thank you.
Wow, that was a lot of levels for you, though. So Hortensia really that much stronger. Okay, go again. I need you at level 5.
Just the challenger I was hoping for. Let's fight.
I'm Citrine, a royal
Huh.
soldier of Brodia.
All right. Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
Oh my, I'm still so weak.
A superb sparring match. Thank you.
There we go. If you're gonna be our emblem user, I need you to have your next skill. Speed. Okay. Hobble. And you got a support convo. And we got something else. As far as our last one, I want to make it count. Ooh, Seedall. There's a good chance I'll be bringing him. I trust, with all the buffs I gave ETA, I trust that. I also may end up giving Seedall corn earlier than I expected. But I do want his dance ability.
I'm Seedall. Let's begin.
It's me, the Brodian prince who isn't Diamant.
They have support too. It's alright, Seedall. Yeah.
Well-earned victory.
I think, yeah, it's just enough for you to get your level up. Okay. Like, I'm not really expecting Seedall to take anybody out. Okay, good. Depending on things, I may do something that I hadn't been planning on doing. It all depends on how these emblems go. But I think that at least makes my main team a lot stronger. There is still Louis, but I don't... Honestly, I really want Louis to be with Sigurd again. Which, on that note, that's why we are going to be going back to the story mode after I get 2 DLC emblems. Because I thought about it. Well, first I asked people to vote, but also, the DLC emblems I'm assuming are going to be the hardest ones. They are the maps that assume I have all the DLC stuff. The story mode, there's a good chance that that won't pose much of a challenge to me anymore. I don't know, we'll see. But I have been holding back for, just... It's hard to see just from me adding it, but wait till I use this thing in action. But also, just be completely honest. I feel like I'm planning things around getting Celica and Marth back. Also, I want them to be able to talk to other people. Even if I get them and the game has like 1 or 2 chapters left, I'm going to spend some time with them on a lot of units. Celine in particular will not be at max form until Celica's returned. Even if one of our 2 mage emblems will give her better skills. I don't care. Celine. Celica. For Celine. Now, with that being said, we're not going to do too much. We did get some more supports. So, another remainder. If we can get Filgato and Alchrist, I think that'd be good. Let's try that. And we might have a good chance with Pandreo. Nah, you good, bro. You good. I'm gonna need you to cook up a good meal for your boy, though. Alright. Fortunately, I have 1 of everything I need. Let's try it. Wait, what is it? Why don't we go with fish? Yeah.
I'll prepare the offering. Just 1 moment. Failing is not an option. I'll just add a bit of this and that and... Aha!
Was that a good one?
I failed. I shall
You
pay
what?
whatever penance is due.
You what?
I just can't make myself like it.
I see.
Ah, this meal is like me.
Great. Well, at least we get strength. That's something. I don't know if that'll help us with Tiki. No, it should. It should. Well, let's see if we can continue getting the rank up, or are we locked? There we go. Conversation available. Then, for our final, maybe it's overreaching. Oh, you know what? Hang on. Can we do this? It's not smart. It really isn't. I should go for... Nah, I don't care. Ignorance got me. I need to see. Okay, good. Then maybe they've been in battle so much. This is the one I really wanted. Etienne Sailing. Can they get their A rank? No. Okay. Well, I'll work on it. This is it. We do these supports, and then I head off. I could do some more stuff, depending on if I need to, but I'll look at the battlefield and see. Because if anything, I'll do some refinements or maybe buying another weapon. Like Alchrist could use a buff to his main weapon. But no, I gave him some strength. So, alright. Oh, I got this. Now I'll continue to work on a lot of these later. Yeah. I'll do mine with Hortensia's first.
Hey, Divine One! What do you think of me this time? I went out of my way to be extra super cute.
Honestly, the same.
So, are you ready to concede defeat and admit that you're completely charmed?
Absolutely not.
You certainly are cute, and I'm sure you put in a lot of work for it, but...
Don't let me down.
I told you before that cuteness doesn't affect how I treat people.
Alright.
Why are you fixated on this?
I didn't want to bring it up, but okay.
Okay, maybe we'll get something serious. Let's see.
My mother was one of the king's mistresses. She suffered a lot of backstabbing in the court.
That makes sense.
I never saw her upset, though. She took every insult with a poised and graceful smile. That smile secured her place in court. It even won the king's wife over. That's how I know charm has a power all its own. And I'm gonna use mine the same way.
But yours is superficial, though. Like, that's not what you just described to me.
I understand. But can I ask you something? Do you think maybe your mother had more than just her own survival in mind?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
There was a reason for that smile.
Maybe she did all of that in part so you could learn to survive the court as well. She must have known she couldn't always be there for you.
Yeah.
She'd want you to learn from her.
Lead by example.
To me, that is real charm.
Yes.
What we do to help the ones we love.
My man, there you go.
Mother, I never realized.
Dang it, I wish that would affect the rest of your supports. But I know it won't. But that wasn't a bad... Because again, I may bring Hortensia. We'll see. Hobbies, shopping, cosmetics, talents, memory, learning. Daughter of, yeah, siblings. Your siblings left the court due to abuse by the queen. Left the academy to return. Real? What? Really? Ivy's mom? Well, okay. Your siblings could mean half siblings. Like, yeah. King Hyacinth had other mistresses. They had children. That makes sense. Huh. Gotta get her and Ivy's B rank. Well, more of their B ranks. Alright. Well, on that note. Why don't we go with... I'll do this. Let's just get it out of the way.
Hey, you Illusion weirdo.
Oh.
We gotta talk.
Yeah. I needed to see this. It was weighing on my mind for too long.
I'm sorry, I must have misheard you. Who are we talking about?
You know. Dang. I'm glad at least it's out in the open.
You heard me just fine.
Yeah.
What possessed you to spend 3 hours before battle polishing silverware?
Is that a problem?
I don't see how that's any of your business. But since we're asking questions, indulge me. What's the point of your excessive exercise?
I mean, you're in a battle or war. Like, that makes sense.
What kind of question is that? We're at war.
Yeah.
Silverware doesn't keep you alive in battle. Muscle does.
I have to agree. I have to absolutely agree with you on that.
I'm sorry, what?
Do you think your perfectly folded clothes are going to help you put a dent in the corrupted?
That's true. That's absolutely true.
Excuse me, what? What?
Quit it with the whats.
Are you actually implying that I'm not in condition to survive a battle?
Whoa. I mean, that wasn't said. And to be fair, you have been a legitimate threat when we faced you before, but...
If that's what you think, I'm going to have to ask you to get out of my face.
Oh, okay.
What did you say?
Okay.
You are looking at the very picture of elegance and grace. My condition defines pristine.
Does it now?
I'm sorry if all your pointless sweating has drained away your aesthetic taste.
Oh, nah. I'm again, I hate it, but I have to respect it. I have to respect this bluntness.
Ugh, what's wrong with you?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Okay. I gotta get that A rank just cause. I hope it doesn't actually. Well, we'll see. But that has been on my mind for far too long. I wish we had yours and Salines to balance that out. But another time. Let's go to Marin and Citrine. I don't imagine this will cause any issues.
Whoa! Will you look at that? An endangered Brodian red swallow! Very rare indeed. Wait! Where are you flitting off to now, you gorgeous thing, you? Oh, what a beautiful creature.
Yeah, I was about to say, you're in Brodia right now.
Is that an Illusian albatross? I didn't know they migrated through here.
Yeah, that's quite a journey. They have to travel... Well, there is a somewhat of a walkway, but not much.
And where do you think you're going? Please, take me with you!
Marin, what are you doing?
Nothing. What, are you doing? Wait, were you watching me just now?
Yes? I didn't mean to intrude. I couldn't help myself, actually.
Does it bring down the image that you had before?
Your frolicking reminded me of a clown I once saw perform.
Wow.
Oh, you don't say. Actually, I'm going to be in a play. Yes, I am. Me, Marin.
I actually could see that, but that's not true.
A play? How wonderful.
You know who's gonna buy all the tickets to that theater, right?
Nothing fancy, just a small production. And you are exactly right. I am, in fact, playing a clown.
Ah, I called it. What an interesting role for you.
Right.
Isn't it, though? A real stretch from the calm, cool, everyday, cool me.
Uh-huh.
I have to act. A lot.
If you have to say it multiple times, you know, that's probably means it's not true.
A real challenge, you know? You can't be this cool and then be a clown without digging deep.
Uh-huh.
When is your play?
Yep.
You must tell me so I can attend on opening night.
You can't tell that to Citrine supports her friends with the full might of her wallet.
What now?
Yeah, you heard it.
I mean, that's a good question. I wrote it down somewhere. I'll have to check in my pockets.
Mm-hmm.
But I also heard a rumor it might get canceled.
What?
Not for sure, but probably. Definitely for sure.
Uh-huh.
Oh no! Please.
Yep.
If it's a matter of funding, you must let me help.
You can't win this.
Nope, not a money thing. There were creative differences. Pfft, actors, so difficult.
See, look at the performance that's being done. This is definitely a performance.
Ah, well, those things always blow over. Let me know when they find a new date. I'll be there.
Uh-huh.
I will be sure to do that.
What the heck? I think I need to get that A rank. Then to be fair, I just want Citrine back too. There's too many. Well, no. Part of what I also thought about is because for the same reason. Now let me just be frank. All right. I had originally was training Lapis up to replace Marin and being Erica's ring bearer. However, with the lack of me knowing what the DLC is and if there are units there or not, because I'm not sure on that. I think somebody did mention that there might be or that there are. Either way, there's room for me to once I can bring the DLC emblems out when I'm ready. And there will be a time. I don't think I'll bring them out in this next battle. We'll see. But point being, I can just have emblems assigned to people permanently. Like mine, I marked as mine. Seedall, I think it makes sense for him to have Corn because I'm noticing when I use Corn, often at times it seems more beneficial to use Corn's abilities than for me to fight. And that brings my level down. Seedall, well, I don't know. Because I would think I would rather use his dance, especially once we get his new skill. But at least I need to be able to fight. I need to get my levels up. I don't know. There could be a story reason that I'm isolated from my team. That happened to Ike. That happened to Corin. And that's why I normally try to make sure that our MC is powered up. So, did it happen to Byleth? No, I don't think so. It should have. Yeah, one-on-one with Crying. That would have been interesting. Anyways. So I'm saying that to say that just like I'm thinking Lapis, and I think I know who, can make a good match with one of the DLC emblems, so can Citrine. And in fact, I'm thinking of a person in particular. That's what I'm waiting for Ivy for anyways. And others like Diamant and Yunaka, they have their partners. They will get them back. Now then, let's finish this up. Let's go with my two archers.
Hey, Prince Alchrist, quick question. Can you tell me about your childhood?
Well, that's okay. I'm all for that.
Huh? Why do you want to know about that?
Well, I was thinking about our somewhat abbreviated conversation the other day.
And now that I think about it, you two, you're literally the younger princes. The only two younger princes in the game.
You know, how our situations are similar, but our personalities are different.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe the difference can be explained by our upbringings.
I see. I'll share broad details with you, but be warned, it's not very interesting.
That's totally fine. Trust me. I'm all ears.
What was with that laugh?
I was born the second prince of Brodia, with a significant age gap between my brother and me.
Wait, really? How old are you? I thought there was like a year difference between the two of you.
As far back as I can remember, people have praised my older brother for his skills.
Okay, it's not Diamant. It's everybody looking at I didn't consider that. Got it.
One could not ask for a better successor to the Brodian throne, they would say.
Okay, this is what I was hoping for from this conversation.
But when it came to me, the thing I heard most often was, Diamant would have done better.
Nah, I gotta talk to these people.
Ouch. So you always felt like second fiddle.
That's rough, buddy.
That is.
It's my own fault. I'm a lost cause.
And I should probably play a clip there. I probably did. I don't know if I did. But anyways. No. Alquist, you're fantastic, man. You're fantastic. Diamant is too. Again, the only reason I'm not using him is because I want his partner back. See, that's another thing. The story emblems, I need them back so they can... I want to fight the last DLC... Oh, actually, on that note. Yeah, it's good. I'm looking at Alquist right now. I can't do all the DLC maps until we at least get Roy. Someone, not from his... Actually, yeah, from his game, but I'll explain when we get to him. Someone related to Roy needs Roy to be here. I can't wait for Mars for Tiki. Well, I could, but I think people will be upset. So I'll get Tiki all early. And we have Corin, we have Lucina, we have others, Ike. But I need Roy before we can finish all the DLC emblems. And if I have Roy, I'll need Diamant to be strong too. So yeah, we can't finish all the DLC emblems until I continue the story more. So
Did you ever just snap and say, forget him, look at me?
that would be great. Well, I don't want to say forget. You know, that's your brother, you know? You don't say that about your sister. I know you don't.
No, never. I would never allow a thought like that to cross my mind. My brother is perfect. That's the plain truth. It's not his fault I can't compare.
Oh, he did tell you a flaw.
At the same time, I am aware that those truths form the backbone of my gloomy personality.
So instead of holding a grudge against him, you just accepted that you were inferior.
Well, that is two ways to look at it. I wonder if there's a third.
You know what you are? A kind person.
Huh.
Maybe that's why I like you so much.
Well, that's I guess a nice way of looking at it, though. Again, I do wish he had self-confidence.
Oh.
But maybe there is some truth to that.
You're saying you like me? You're such an inspiring person, Prince Fogado. I must not risk dragging you down.
Nah, bro.
I have to go again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
And he's gone. Well, see you around, Prince Alquist.
I gotta get this A rank. I mean, they're on my team. Oh, which, yeah, one of the probably most important things. I can use Fogado now. But I won't just be limiting him to using Claude's bow. That was a limit I placed on myself. But now, he can use the full Emblem Edelgard. We'll see. I honestly don't want to use that axe though. What? Who died? All right, Yunaka, to Emblem Edelgard representative, and friend using Edelgard's axe. That thing. There's luck. I'm telling you, it's a luck thing. Oh no, I make my own luck. Darn it. Because technically, Etier is using this buff. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Normally, I don't even think I'll use that thing until we fight a dragon or something, and we have the combination of fracture. But either way, let's wrap this up. We have another A rank, and truly, yeah, these two are gonna get theirs. Let's see, Tamara and Anna.
What's my angle here?
Hey, Lady Anna. You're really stressing about this new product, huh?
Yeah, I was honestly racking my brain. I didn't think too hard, but it is a conundrum.
Oh, hey, Princess Tamara. I just know whatever I come up with won't sell well in Solm unless it stands out as truly unique.
Yeah, it's pretty competitive.
I can imagine.
What's got you so down?
You know, I just hate to see a friend struggle.
You're down because she's down?
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yep. Yep, it is. I'm keeping that. I'm keeping that.
But I'm not really struggling. Well, I am, but it's not so bad.
It's not?
Figuring out the details when I'm working on a new product is my favorite part.
That makes sense.
What does this new market need? How can what I'm offering make everyone the happiest?
That would make sense as to why you keep doing. Well, it's in your blood. Like, legitimately, it is deep-rooted into your blood.
It's not easy, but the thrill I get when I crack the problem is worth it.
Which, on that note, it's a shame that one of the Annas weren't a ring. That would have been perfect. And could have fit. For example, the Anna from Heroes. Fire Emblem Heroes. The leader. Commander. I would have think that counted, but...
It's the best part of being a merchant.
Huh. Okay. That makes sense.
So don't worry about me. I'll figure this out. And when I do, everyone in Seoul will love it.
That makes sense. The writers didn't have an answer, so they left it on this note. But that is a nice note to end off on. It's the pursuit that interests you so much. Well, success does too, I imagine, but, you know, pursuit is part of it.
Yeah, that's the spirit. You know what? I just thought of something.
Did you really?
What's that?
Something you should do after designing this fancy new product of yours.
Oh, okay. And what's that?
Be sure to add your name in the title. You know, like, Lady Anna's Amazing Doodad.
That actually wouldn't be so bad. If it's really... but if you put your name on something, it's got to be spectacular, you know.
Personal branding? I don't know. That seems a little embarrassing.
Interesting that you're saying that.
Maybe. But if it turns out to be a hit...
Branding?
Your family might notice and get in touch with you, right?
You shouldn't have to... Dadgummit, you shouldn't have to do that. I can just say you're with... is that a smart thing to do? Yeah, I'll protect anybody who comes after you who's not your family. It'll be very obvious if they are.
Whoa. Princess Tamara? You might have something there. Well, if it works, all the credit is yours.
Well, I don't think that matters. But that was a good idea. I like that. And I'm glad the two of them had a support. Okay. Game time then. That'll do it for... Does it? There's nothing else that I'm forgetting. Oh, there actually is. But I'll take care of it myself. So, question of the day. What was your favorite sport? No, there weren't that many this time. And I'm okay with that. I think if I bombard with a lot of, 2-hour-long episodes, it'd be kind of rough. And we did something else more important. I took the brakes off. Not all of them, though, because I haven't used all my bond fragments or all my money. Is Tiki... I don't think Tiki's map counts. Firenade's where we're going next. 10,000 to the next level. Firenade, Brody... Firenade might... Okay, let me do this. Okay, level 3. Floral set, Steel Lance. Wait, didn't I get a Brave Axe from Solm when I got to this level? Okay. Floral set, is that... Do I already have it? Oh. Just one of these. And if we were to... Well, yeah, nice color change, I think.
Be well.
But all right. With that being said, please post your thoughts down in the comments below. And wish me luck on our first DLC map next time.